the idea that the younger generation is always more tech savvy than the older generation is one of the myths that we hit in Talent Revolution in the book. Because actually, a lot of the technology, and you and I both come out of the tech field, but a lot of the technology that we are using was created by people who are now in their 50s and 60s. So it is not, we are decades into technology being dominant in our everyday lives. And so there are a lot of people that are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s that are far more tech savvy than the people that are in their 20s. And I think it's important that we remember and recognize that too, and we don't just default to it. I think one of the other pieces is it depends on how you define knowing how to use technology, because someone may have more confidence in being able to pick something up and push buttons and launch into something, but the actual appropriate use of it or the best use of it or how to get the best out of it actually sometimes takes a little bit of wisdom. So sometimes it's not so much the actual functioning of the technology, but what's the most appropriate use? Do I send a text or do I send an email? Or do I pick up the phone and call? How do I use these tools to communicate? That's something that they may have all the bells and whistles in knowing how to communicate on their phones with things, but the context and the experience that you acquire over time, that's where I don't actually think it is reverse mentoring. I think it is blended mentoring where both are giving and taking. I think this idea of mentoring where we need to define like who's giving and who's receiving, and then using the language of reverse mentoring so that we mean, oh, wait, now you're giving and I'm receiving. I think it actually masks what really happens in good intergenerational learning, which is where we learn from each other. And I think that should be the goal.